Okay, welcome everybody to The Fury of the Hive, Star Trek Lexington, Episode 9. The last episode of the first half of the campaign. Because remember, this is a mini campaign. So, how is everyone?
I'm fucking cold.
Dude, come down here. It's only like 62 units of freedom.
It started snowing today, and it's a little bit. It was a little bit chilly, but for some reason my thermostat in this house is set to 16 Celsius, which we did the math behind the scenes. By math, I mean Jordan did math. I did not do math.
I didn't do math. I asked Google.
Okay.
Oh, you Googled it too? Okay.
Nice.
We asked Google, and it's 61 degrees Fahrenheit, for anybody curious.
That's like what it is here. That's fine.
I thought you were going to say they freed the units.
Well.
My fingers are cold.
So, let's go through and have everyone introduce themselves, and we're going to start with Chesh.
Hi, I'm Chesh. I run a show called Debate Hub with discussions and education entertainment. I also have my own channel, which is mostly just stupid nonsense. I'm playing Dr. Tregan.
Alright. Tyrion?
Hello, I'm Tirana. I don't have a YouTube channel, but I'm playing Bir Chanos, the Andorian executive officer, and he's not a racist, but...
But, yeah. Not racist, but that's tells you everything you need to know. Alright, Jordan? Yeah, sorry.
I'm next. I'm Jordan. I run Reason to Doubt, which is a show on skepticism where I wear a bow tie and talk about stuff. I'm also going to be on Chess's channel in the near-ish future twice. One of them even about something I'm qualified to talk about. So,
what? Yeah, so the Shroud of Turin.
Correct.
That one will come eventually.
And I play Captain Hawk, the commander of this here vessel.
Alright, I'm Dapper Dinosaur. This is my channel. If you don't know who I am, I guess you stumbled upon this. Welcome. I also have my main channel, Dapper Dinosaur, where I mostly do young Earth creationism debunks, but other stuff pops up. So, like, I have a show tomorrow that's going to be about biblical interpretation, and whether Hugh Ross or Neil deGrasse Tyson is better at it. And, spoiler, it turns out, well, because they had Hugh Ross reacted to Neil deGrasse Tyson's take on the Bible. And so I am taking a look at both Tyson's take on the Bible as well as Ross's response to it. And so far, Tyson is winning.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. Necro.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
There's all wrinkly.
I'm also known as Zar to some people, and I am playing Ali Golm, which is the security officer for the ship. So.
Alright. And Zeralon.
Hey guys, I'm Zeralon. I am playing Lieutenant Lanford, our chief science officer. And we're drinking Kool-Aid tonight.
Nice.
Definitely Kool-Aid.
Well, we are normally joined by Craig from FTFE. He unfortunately couldn't be here because months ago he had booked a debate. So he's off doing that debate, I assume. And yeah, not here. So normally we do have a sixth player, but today it's just these five. Add a few things. Let's see. First, let's see. We have DM Magnets Can't Evolve Wing, who joined the channel at the Ensign level today, and then also gifted a membership. So thank you very much, DM Magnets Can't Evolve Wing, for giving us 2 new members. You and, who to go to? Robert Adsit. So, yes, in case you are wondering if you've been watching this show before, we are now able to receive super chats, super stickers, super thanks, and you can join the channel or gift memberships. So, if you are appreciating what you're seeing, feel free to join the channel or send us a quick super chat. We have not decided whether or not we want to involve any super chat goals as I don't have super chat goals. That's the problem. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers before I can activate super chat goals.
Yippee!
So
I haven't decided because you can't do it.
Yeah.
Dapper, we need to chat about the new tiered system for YouTube at some point.
Like online or just in the background?
Oh, but whatever.
Okay. Well,
I just think it's interesting. I'm curious about your take on it.
Okay. Well, we are going to be playing Fury of the Hive, which is from the Shackleton Expanse campaign guide, one of their mission briefs. So, in case anyone's wondering about that, that is where you can find this mission brief. Now, I have expanded it from a one-page summary into an actual, like outline for a mission, so you may not expand it out into a full mission the same way I do. But, without any further ado, let's get the captain's log for Fury of the Hive.
Captain's log, Stardate 6142.5. The mining colony, Coriolanus IV, has failed to check in for their status update. The colony is a key source of boridium ore, which is important for the manufacture of high-strength alloys used in armor-hulled plating, survival gear, and energy containment devices. The colony has been in operation for 2 Earth years without any major incidents past relatively minor injuries. I expect a routine repair of their subspace transmitter, but as the Janus VI incident shows us, we have to be ready for anything, even silicon-based cave slugs that don't understand pronoun case. We're proceeding to the Coriolanus system at Warp 4. Our contact on the colony is Dr. Akio Haruhito. You have no idea how many times it took me to get that before. He is a Starfleet geologist assigned to the colony and the only member of Starfleet on the planet. His reports have been regular and detailed, if a bit boring for my taste, but I suppose that's why I leave the science to the scientists. We're expected in the system at the end of the day.
All right, our directives are determine the cause of the mining colony not checking in, protect the miners from any threats, if applicable. Those are the 2 directives. Any questions on those?
You said protect the colony from threats if applicable?
The miners, specifically.
Got it.
The colony is technically disposable. The miners, not so much.
Got it.
Okay.
Realpolitik, I see.
Yeah. Alright, so the ship exits warp at the edge of the Coriolanus system, and there is no subspace chatter coming in through the sensors. So it seems like whatever has happened, they are not transmitting anything on subspace.
We attempt to hail the colony?
You may indeed attempt to hail the colony, but there is no response.
Mr. Lanford, care to do a sensor sweep, see what we've got?
Aye, sir. I will go ahead and get some scanning.
Alright, this is going to be a difficulty 0 control and science check, which can be assisted by the ship's sensors and science.
I got the sensors. Bad shit.
Every time.
Alright, well, at least it's 1 success, which also means that you get a point of bonus momentum, so there's good. So, let's see. Your scan reveals the planet has a surface gravity of 0.92 g, atmospheric pressure of 0.65 bar, average surface temperature of 270 Kelvin, and power signatures and life signs centered at minus 22 degrees south latitude. That free point of momentum also lets you know that the planet has dozens of deposits of concentrated boridium ore within 500 meters of the surface, scattered across multiple volcanic mountain ranges. But this initial rough scan does not let you know much else about that.
Do we detect where the mining colony is?
Yeah, well, it's presumably at those power signatures and life signs around minus 22 degrees south latitude.
Oh, okay, I missed that, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to know west or east longitude, pick a prime meridian.
I mean, it's space. We'll just aim to the planet and hit the gas pedal.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to establish an orbit?
Yes, please.
That is going to be a difficulty 0 control. But that's up to you guys. Do you want a standard orbit, or do you want like a synchronous orbit? Do you want a polar orbit? What do you want?
Standard orbit is fine.
All right. That'll be a difficulty 0 control and con, assisted by the ship's engines and con.
I've got a 10. Does anyone else beat that?
My con was... Sorry, it was what in con?
Control.
I have a 12.
15.
All right,
I
Mr.
have
Lanford.
8 and 2.
15? Looks like Chanos is flying the ship.
And I have a focus on helm control.
Perfect.
That seems helpful.
Somebody else
All
got
right.
the ship?
The ship's engines and con. Yeah. Wow, 3. 3 successes on a task that only had a 0 difficulty. You have 4 points of momentum now.
Nice.
That's good to have.
Alright, so I am going to shift our scene. Unless you have anything else you want to do? Any more scans or anything?
Nope.
I am a burrito.
Nice.
I imagine that the air controls in sickbay are on the fritz because the engineer's gone.
Yes. Well, the senior staff gather in the conference room to discuss their plans because they've not received any word, and so you're probably just planning on going down and setting up a delivery of a new subspace antenna in a shuttle or something like that, right?
Yes, I believe that Commander Chanos, you should probably lead this away mission. Dr. Tregan,
Yes,
you should go because we don't know if the miners are harmed at all.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
There's an intruder alert! There are boarders at the forward observation lounge, which is not far from where you guys are.
Well,
All right.
we'll have to head that way double time.
I flip open my communicator and get all security, all available security, members of security, to this location.
Well, while you're doing that, Captain Hawk is going to not pull his phaser because he's better with his fists and run out into the hallway.
Alright.
I'll pull my phaser and follow the captain.
Alright, you should have tokens on the, on the map. If
We
you
do.
don't have control of them, let me know. The way we're going to work this is that every door is going to be a zone, and then anytime a blue line interrupts a hallway area, that will also be a zone.
There's lots of zones.
Yeah, there's lots of zones.
Yeah.
The ship is
Cool.
tight quarters and hard to maneuver around in combat. I just said so. Alright, so you hear a dull hum as the structural force fields burst on to keep the air from being all sucked out. And yeah, we're going to start going into a combat round. So who is going to act first? Also, I noticed that Chanos did not actually follow through on his threats to move into the hallway.
Well, I wanted to wait until we are in initiative.
Yeah,
but
you
if
said you
say
did it.
I
I'll let
can
you do it
that
beforehand.
before, then I will do that.
Take
Okay.
the free point of movement.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
The game mommy take
All
it.
right.
And
So
give it.
which of these rooms is the observation?
It is north of you, through the corridor here.
Got it. The one that looks like windows there. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm
One with
out front, so I will take the sprint action.
Okay.
Which is athletics and security? Or
Fitness and security, because
Fitness,
athletics
that's
isn't
right.
a thing.
different
Yes.
system. Fitness and security. I really should get like a sprinting focus so I don't break my ankles again. God,
Well-
I suck at this so much.
You can still move
technically, a
forward.
focus just doesn't lower the chances of you breaking your feet.
Are you putting us on red alert all the way, Captain, by the way?
I thought that's what it was already on red alert.
Oh, I thought that was just a sound.
No, that was
Are we on red
that was
alert,
me
Captain?
saying whoever's at the con has put the ship on red alert, and unless the
Okay.
captain orders a stand down from red alert, it's probably going to stay that way.
I
Okay.
assumed whoever had the con took care of that. All right, can I see
Perfect.
anything from where I am in the hallway?
Let's see. Not yet.
Then I will pull my phaser and cover the hallway while I wave everyone else past, trying to hide the fact that I'm breathing heavily from running.
Okay.
Cardio is not Hawk's strong suit.
All right. Let me. One of the enemies makes a check here. All right. So let's see. You do now see some kind of horrible squid-shaped monstrosity full of tentacles with an insect-like carapace down the corridor.
Oh, good.
Seems
Yeah.
like a row.
Maybe it's friendly.
Maybe.
How does it
that's why
breed?
it smashed into our
That's a good question. But whose turn is it? Is the next question.
My turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Whee! I'm going out here.
Okay. What's your
Done it.
major action for the turn?
I would like to get to here.
Okay, that'll be a fitness and security check.
All right. Am I rolling task 1 or task 2?
2.
2. Okay.
2 by default, unless you buy more dice.
All right.
Always.
That's what I thought. All right. Boom.
All right, yeah, you can make it there.
Sweet. I see this thing?
Yeah.
Great. I'm happy about that.
Okay.
Try to find
All
out
I
how
wanted.
bones.
I only wanted to see it.
Let's see.
Yeah, next turn, use your xenobiology.
Listen, I got my medical tricorder. I'm like, what are you?
Another one appears in the hallway,
Weird.
which is, you know,
Okay.
not ideal. Whose turn is it next?
Janos, kill it with fire.
Okay, then I'll go next.
Yeah, he's
I'll
telling you to go.
use-
Go.
Minor action to move here. How much momentum do we have?
3.
3.
Mhm.
How much of that should I spend?
It's up to you.
At least one.
Well, I'm kind of asking for input of my other teammates. But
You do you, is what I say.
I would spend 2. 1 for doing another minor action to aim, and 1 to getting a third die.
Okay.
Then I will shoot at the first.
Savage Cobra asked, do TOS aeroships
Okay.
have internal force fields? They don't generally have internal force fields, but they do have structural integrity fields, which can keep air in. So, yeah, they do have internal force fields in the brig, but they're not in the brig.
The monsters didn't break into the
Control,
brig?
security,
They did not.
How
They-
inconvenient.
focus.
They broke into the forward observation lounge.
They could have been far more considerate, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Will take a point of threat, but also you gained a point of momentum, and
I can reroll 1d20 because
Uh-oh.
of my aim action, which I will do, and I rolled a 10.
all right, is that a success for you?
So that is not 20 anymore.
That is a success.
Because
he gets a 15.
is a success for me.
All right.
Yes.
Well, there you go then. You have
So I have 3 successes. I also lower the difficulty by 1 because of my sharpshooter talent.
Yep.
And then I do damage.
yes.
Come on, there you are.
All right. So let's see. You notice that some of the phaser actually seems to disperse across the creature's carapace, but you did still in fact inflict a wound onto the creature. Well, not a wound in this normal sense, but like it's hurt.
Got it.
All right.
It's not wounded in the rules sense, where it would be out of combat.
Right, exactly. But like clearly damage has been done. All right, another one. Let's see. On the wrong layer. Managed to hop in front of the first one. It's really moving. All right, who's up next? We got Lamford and Croc left.
I guess I'll go in front of him. I would like to move as far as I can.
All right. Well, if you take your one minor action to move one zone, but then it will be a fitness and security check as your major action to sprint.
Fitness and security. Something I'm good at. I'll just roll the 2.
All right. Hey, you did it.
I did a thing.
That means you can move here, I believe.
Up to here?
You have 2 successes on a 0, so you can get 2 zones.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
I
want to.
need 2. I'll take it.
Okay. And I
From the meat shield.
assume that's your turn.
Well, yeah, that's my major and minor actions, I guess. So, yeah.
All right. Let's see. the last one pops in at the end of the corridor. I'm saying it's the last one. You don't actually know that, but it is. Who cares? All right, and now it is Lanford's turn.
I'm going to move here, and I'm going to attempt to run over to the other side.
Okay. Yep, you can move another zone.
All right, I will take up around this corner as well.
All right. It is the player's turn again. Who wants to go first?
Brock, you're right in their face. Maybe you should go.
All right, I will. I obviously don't recognize these creatures. We weren't briefed on these.
You were not. This is a surprise.
Great. I will move here
Okay.
as my minor action. And I will just try to punch this thing, see if it's effective.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So that is... Remind me, daring and security?
It is indeed.
Should be, yeah.
Okay. We have any momentum?
3.
3?
Yep, 3.
Okay, I'll use 1.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, you have succeeded and gained 2 points of momentum back. So
You
roll
slap
your
him with a
damage.
chicken wing.
Basically, yes. So I'll roll my damage, I guess?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Nice, go bird.
Yeah, that's
Very good.
I just run up and grab one of its tentacles and
The
pull
one
it
time the
and
bird
punch
is
it.
impressive. Our engineer is not here to be impressed.
Oh,
He
well.
Grab the
would be
tentacle,
anyway.
pull it closer, punch it.
Squid Games.
Landon Knowles sent a squid emoji. All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, bird, squid, engineer.
Yes. All right, I'm going to spend 3 points of threat to buy 2 dice.
Alright.
And I'm going to use that in a hand-to-hand attack against Croc. And let's see. I whiffed
Wing
entirely.
to tentacle.
Never mind. I've rolled like nothing below a 16. It was terrible.
Oof.
Wouldn't a cephalopod have a disadvantage if it was hand-to-hand? They don't have any hands.
I'll say melee instead. Problem solved. But you even have the conference room background there, Zeralon? I like that.
Yes, and you know what?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it was easier to find a clean conference room than it was to find a clean bridge.
Really? Huh.
Huh.
But yeah, and if you want me to have more backgrounds, I've got 9 more buttons. So
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it is oh, who's up next on your side?
I'll go next. I will use my minor
Oh
action.
wait, hold
to
on.
move here.
Sorry, hold on. We still need to have Croc's daring and control roll, because if he rolls like more than one
Yes,
success
he
or
can.
more, he'll
Strike back.
deal damage again.
Oh, true.
Oh, for the punch?
Yeah.
In hand to hand, you can strike back if.
Yeah.
Okay, I will try.
There you go.
I got
Roll more
one.
damage.
Nice.
Okay. As this thing swipes at me, I just bat it away with my fist. And deal
All
damage.
right.
If I shouted Falcon Punch, would that also be racist?
Maybe.
No, you have to use a quote from Star Fox.
It's-
Do a barrel roll.
Well, I was
Do a
gonna
barrel
say
roll.
it's. I was gonna say it's like positive racism, so I'll let it go.
That's okay.
Oh. I guess that's how it works now. All right, sorry. So now that we actually didn't forget to let Croc deal more damage, how's everybody else? Who's next?
All right, I'm gonna use my minor action to move up, and then I am gonna take the direct action to direct Commander Chanos to shoot somebody,
Okay.
and that will be assisted by me.
Mhm.
It doesn't say what stats I should use.
It's going to be command presence.
All right, command and presence, and then because I'm assisting you, because of my advisor talent, you can reroll one of your dice.
All right.
That's good.
I did not actually assist you though, so Godspeed.
Well,
Well, he doesn't know that.
Um,
does that let Chanos move
Can
or
I-
act out of turn, or
Yeah, he takes one action.
Okay. And that's an additional action.
One
Yeah.
task.
So
I assume
instead of me doing my major action, basically I hand
He does
him
it.
my
Yeah.
major action.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll shoot at the. I guess the alien in front is still easier to hit than the one in the back, even if it's in melee combat with our security officer.
Okay.
So.
It looks like it's bigger than me, but I'm not sure.
It is.
Okay. Then, yes. I would assume so.
I only have 2 dice. It's controlled.
I mean, you have
security.
4 momentum. You can spend. Oh, okay. Sure, that works too. All right. Yeah, that hit. I'm assuming you don't want to re-roll anything. Yeah. Okay.
No. I don't think it's worth the risk of getting a failure.
Okay. All right. This thing is now officially looking worse for the wearer, but the second one comes into melee range with Croc. I will spend again 3 points of
I'm
threat.
fully prepared.
And let's see. Okay, roll your control and daring. Sorry, daring and security. I know how this game works.
I was gonna say. I got 1.
All right, so unfortunately, that means the tie goes to the active thing.
Attacker.
So you take.
I'm ready.
Let's see. 3 points of stress, but where the tentacles hit you, you can see the cloth of your uniform dissolving away as if there's acid on whatever slime is covering this creature.
Well, that's not good.
I yell out a warning. Acid!
All
the
right.
wrong week to start wearing the cotton candy uniforms.
All right, who's up next?
I want to go.
Okay.
Then do it.
I want to move up to. How far away do I need to be from my medical tricorder?
I mean, if you're in the same zone, it's probably fine.
I am not in the same zone.
Okay, then it's probably not fine.
So I'm going to go to here.
Okay.
Because that's just one zone of movement, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go to here.
Oh, okay.
And then I will
Stay back.
wait.
You don't want to shoot or anything?
I kind of don't want to shoot them. I want to know about them.
Well, there's plenty of them. You can shoot one.
Yeah, I
and then scan
mean,
the other
there's
ones.
4 of
Okay,
them.
fine.
Look, you
I'll
can scan
shoot
corpses.
one of
It's
them.
fine.
Also,
Shoot
I
first,
assume we
scan
still
later.
have our fate set to stun, but
Can I use my xenobiology to get information about them to make them easier to hit?
Ooh. I'll
That
tell
would be
you
the
what.
create an
Please,
advantage task.
set up an
That is.
opportunity is the task roll.
Yeah, great opportunity. So I will let you do that with a daring and science check. It'll be
Daring and that's
create an advantage is usually what, difficulty 2? I don't remember.
It is difficulty 2 using whatever attribute, discipline, and focus deemed by the GM.
But you will
I
get your
have-
focus. So
Yeah,
and if you want to, there's 4 points of momentum.
You should.
yeah. I'm gonna take some of that because my daring is 9 and my science is 3. So give me some of that shit.
All right, how much momentum do you want to spend?
I would like to roll 3 dice.
All right, so that's only 1.
So only 1. I think, is that reasonable? Does that make sense to everybody?
Sure. I mean, you could also spend 3 since it's difficulty 2.
yeah, I was willing to give you.
All right, yeah,
what I-
sure. Let's do that.
And
All
an
right.
advantage would help everybody.
Yes. Okay, so am I clicking my task roll to 3 then? Because I'm rolling 3
Yeah.
dice?
If you're
4.
no, so if you're spending 3, you're
4.
buying 2 dice. You're rolling 4.
Yep, and make sure your
Really
focus is on.
My
Yes.
focus is on, yes.
Yeah,
My
okay.
complication range is still 1, right?
Correct.
Always.
Okay,
Well,
that's
not
fine.
always.
Always unless told
otherwise-
otherwise.
Yeah, unless otherwise stated, it's 1.
The momentum and dice number is still not quite made it into my brain.
It's okay. All right. Well, that is 1 success more than
Hey!
needed. So you have created the advantage of xenobiological intuition is what we're going to call it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But basically, what this is going
Poke
to
it in that
mean,
big glowy bit on the middle of its forehead.
you have reduced its resistance to damage, or their resistance to damage, by the bridge crew for this scene, at least.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay.
I'm a helper.
Indeed.
Maybe aim for the eyes is what we got.
Punching in the eyeball.
Another one is going to come up and try to melee Croc. I will.
I'm ready.
I'll spend 1 threat on this.
Hold the line.
Shoot them in the head. They're
I'm
cephalopods.
fully ready.
They
I
only
got
have
two.
heads.
All right,
2.
you did indeed succeed with more successes, so you get to deal damage.
Nice.
All right, I'll punch this guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
Croc.
Nice.
Somebody's been working on their martial arts.
I'm just a whirling dervish. Just
All
punching
right,
everything.
whose turn is up next?
It's
Lanford,
Lanford or
you wanna
Janus.
go?
I guess it's my turn.
Captain Leonardo H2 comes in to say, "Am I in this one? Not so far, but you never know."
Not yet.
All right.
If we need someone to protect our retreat, then maybe.
Yeah. All right, but who's rolling right now?
I will shoot at the thing.
Which one?
The nearest one. So the one right to the left of our bird.
Got it.
That's the one we've been hitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one has more damage.
It
These
definitely
guys
does.
are tough.
Yeah,
Well-
no, I do very, very poorly.
I'm taking that threat, and you missed.
At least he didn't hit me.
True. All
This
right.
time.
Yeah, this time.
The last one is going to try to sprint, and it fails. So it's just gonna come over here, and it can't attack anyone. All right,
Same
and I
squid,
believe that makes
same.
it Chanos's turn.
Yes. How much momentum do we have?
2.
2.
I don't know why I looked over there. It's right on my screen here too. Like I could, whatever. It doesn't matter.
We have some.
Are you going to aim?
I will aim,
Okay.
and I will use the prepare action to get the area effect of my phaser. And then I will shoot at the furthest one, because that will give me the opportunity to hit the others as well.
Okay.
There it is.
I imagine this is where Chanos says, I'll use the widespread feature, a feature not mentioned before and never mentioned again.
It comes up every
It's
once
a
in a while in
Knight
Star
Rider
Trek.
buff. We only need it for this episode.
So you did say you aimed, right?
Yes. So I only need 1 success, I assume, unless
Yep.
it's harder to hit the one in the back. And then area was weird, right? What was it? Yeah. The attack automatically affects any character or damageable object within reach, which is why I shot at the one that is not in melee combat.
Mhm.
And then 1 additional target within close range for each effect rolled. Okay, so I roll damage first.
Oof.
That's rough.
Which means it doesn't do much.
No, it does not. But it doesn't do nothing either.
Yeah. It could have been much more effective.
Yes, it
But
definitely could have been
that's-
much more. But it did damage 3 of them. Alright, which means it's the player's turn again. So, who's up first?
I can punch. Unless someone else wants to go first for a reason.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh,
I will
no punching is-
punch this one that looks more damaged.
Okay. I will spend a point of threat to get a 3rd die.
Alright, let's hope. Do we have any momentum?
Yep, 3.
we should.
Oh. Oh, I'll just spend 1. Okay. Oh.
Nice.
What the hell?
Wow.
Now we do have momentum.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're up to full momentum for one thing. And
Yay.
yeah, you get to
I
deal
rolled a
damage.
1. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Okay, 6. Yeah, that's 6 successes.
Yeah, nice.
All right, I will roll my damage.
Yeah, go. Which one were? I'm sorry. Which one were you punching?
The most damage one, which is this one here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lower left one, yeah.
Yeah, the lower one.
All right. That one crumples into a pile, and we're just gonna remove it here.
Sweet.
Okay.
And my punches are non-lethal, so it's not dead.
True. This one approaches, and it will try to attack you. All right.
Yes,
Roll your daring and control.
All right.
All right. Well, you succeed again.
All right. Just punch that
Not
one.
stupid bird.
All right.
Nice.
He multi-classed in monk.
Yeah, basically.
Definitely, yeah.
All right. Whose turn is it next?
The extra time in the gym is.
I'm gonna
paying
go
off.
punch 2, so I'm gonna do a minor action to get up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
inspiring my comrades to punch also.
All right.
Is this-
Daring
I'm
and
gonna-
security.
punch whichever one he was punching.
Yeah.
We found the weak point. Punch it, Chewie.
And I have a focus in boxing, so I'm gonna be punching it.
Yeah, that counts.
And I'm gonna spend a momentum to roll 3 die.
Okay. And that is, you both had the same number of successes, which means you're the active character, so you're going to win that tie. Deal damage. Not a whole lot of damage.
Some.
Yeah, some.
A non-zero amount of damage.
Alright, that one here is going to turn to punch Shano. Oh, for $4.99, Savage Cobra says, Captain, recommend we beam the intruders to Cetacean Ops. It's lunchtime there. Nice. Alright, so one of them has turned to attack Captain Hawk with 1 success on its daring and security.
Point of order, I rolled an effect on the punch. Doesn't that knock him down?
Yes, but this is a different squid.
Okay, but just... I don't remember what being prone does in this edition.
This one below or to the south of you, I don't know, is knocked down.
Got it.
All right, so roll your daring and security. You still have 5 momentum.
Yeah, I'll take 3 of those and I'll roll 4 dice.
Okay. All right. Well, you gained 2 momentum back, and you can deal some damage. Nope. It just your fist bounces right off this guy. You tried to go for the double fist punch, and right off. All right.
More time in the training ring, Captain.
Who is up next?
This is why I have security officers.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Would you like to aim first or anything?
I feel like I'm not that. Yeah, I'll aim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one are you shooting?
I will aim. This one.
Okay.
The one above Croc.
Got it.
Okay, what do I roll for this?
This is going to be control and security.
Control security.
By the way,
I
the
can
mission
move that
brief.
back to 2.
The mission brief
not
just
using-
calls these insect squid, and I was like, I don't know what that is, so this is what I came up with.
That's pretty good.
Ooh, very nice.
1-1.
All right, that is a success. Roll that damage.
Okay. Just a regular phaser. Hopefully that's right.
Not a lot of damage, but it's not none damage either.
It's not none.
Yeah.
Which is what I did last turn.
Well,
And the turn before that.
yeah, but you created an advantage. Everyone who has dealt damage has dealt more damage as a result of you. Like,
Yay.
remember that time that Chanos managed to damage 4 of them? He wouldn't have damaged them at all had you not given that advantage.
I'm helping.
Yeah. So
It's true, yeah. I only did 2 damage.
all right. Let's see.
So then I started blasting.
This one is going to come up and try to attack Captain Hawk. Captain Huck, you can roll that daring and security.
I'll spend 1 momentum to roll 3 die.
Okay.
3 successes.
You gain the momentum back, and yeah, no, go ahead.
Good
All
lord.
right. Hey, it's not nothing.
I know I'm old, but I'm not that old.
This is
All
me
right.
on the first session, except I never hit anything and just was down.
I believe we still have Chanos and Lanford who can go.
Yes.
Yes.
Which of you would like to go first?
Guess
I'll go ahead.
first.
Yeah, you can go first.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same I did last time, though now everything is
If you
embroiled in
use-
melee, so
Yeah, if you use that, you will
Yeah.
hit at least one
I'm not,
crew
not
member.
going to use area effect, but I'm going to use the what's it called? There's this one that basically makes it harder for them to resist injury.
Piercing.
Now, piercing is reduces armor, which they don't have anymore.
Let's just aim and fire. They're not doing
I'll
super
aim
well.
and fire, and I'm blanking on the name right now, but it's basically for each effect rolled, they need one stress, or it counts as one stress more against their
That
wound.
would be vicious.
Yes, right. So I will see.
Who were you shooting at, by the way?
The one that is not prone.
Okay.
I
So
think
this-
that's this one or this
It's
one.
the-
I don't,
Yeah, it's this
I don't know.
This one is... Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I guess it is this one. All right, go for it. Roll that damage. All right. You
Sure.
you slightly vaporized it.
But only a little bit.
Slightly.
Only slightly. All right, and I believe that makes it Lanford's turn.
Lanford's turn. I see a shoal of squids attacking our burb, but I'm going to go for the one that's after the captain instead.
It's only 2. I wouldn't call 2 a shoal.
Well, up until recently, it was a shoal.
Okay.
And Croc is okay with this, so go ahead.
I will spend 1 momentum because my roll on this is ass.
Okay.
At least they're not dolphin,
That's a hit.
so this is not a school shooting.
Wouldn't that be a pod shooting if they were dolphins?
That's true.
That'd be a pod.
Okay.
Maybe.
You did indeed deal some damage. Thanks to the doctor.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for a doctor that doesn't give a crap about the Hippocratic
New
Oath.
turn. It is the player's turn. At this point,
Croc.
Apparently,
I'm gonna
dolphin can be
one
schools
thing.
or pods.
At this point, security teams are going to start coming in, and they will give you a further advantage, which will mean that your range attacks will be 1 lower in difficulty.
Oh, that's cool.
Which means, if you aim, they become difficulty 0. Or Chanos.
If some people aim, yes.
If Chanos aims, it's just difficulty 0. Just automatic. Just you hit. Alright, whose turn is it?
I'll go, and I'll use a momentum to get 1 die.
Okay.
Sounds
Boom.
good. Nice.
And I'm punching
Punch
this
it.
one down here.
Alright, you got 2 more than needed.
Alright.
So, yeah, roll that damage.
Not much. This
Not
time.
much, no. But it is knocked down.
Good.
Alright. It is going to stand back up on its turn,
Fair enough.
and then it's going to attack you.
Fair enough.
Roll
Yeah,
that.
Ooh.
Do the same.
Okay.
Okay. I'll roll my thing. I'll just roll with 2 this time.
Alright, you won by 1.
Nice. Lucky bird.
I'm
Very
yeah.
good.
Today is my day. A bit more damage.
Alright, yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, that one is on the way out, I think. Alright, the other one is going to try to attack the captain.
All right, I'll spend a momentum to roll a third die.
Okay. Ooh, look who gave me a threat. But you still won. By 1.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
target the weak points, Captain.
I just took. I was doing like lulling them into a false sense of security.
Alright, who's next?
Brock nods knowingly.
I mean, it's the rest of
Before
gonna-
you.
giving them the old 1-2.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna punch the one that Croc's punching.
Okay.
Same thing. Use a momentum to get a third die. 3.
Oh, gee. Yeah, you won.
All right, and
we
then
needed was the engineer to go away. Then we can do good.
4 damage.
Alright, who's next? There's only one left.
Does
I'll shoot it.
anyone want?
Let's
want-
go.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Shoot it.
Pew pew.
Okay.
Do no harm, do no damage, something, something, something. I shoot him in the face.
It's preventative medicine.
That normally would not be a hit, but because the security teams are backing you up, it is a hit.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Alright, well, you definitely dealt a little bit of damage. Alright, who's next?
Let's go.
Does Lanford want to shoot it or? Should
Yeah, I can take
go
a shot real
first?
quick.
Hey, roll that damage.
See?
Just don't whiff.
Security teams.
You whiffed.
Hmm.
You had to do 2 points of damage, and that's it. Instead, you did 1.
Dapper, you've been in how many games with me? You know I don't do damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Finish him off, Janus.
Okay. I'll aim. I'll shoot.
That makes it difficulty 0 for you. That's a hit. Roll some damage. Don't whiff.
Yeah,
There
technically,
you go.
I could roll in 0 damage, but it's 4.
Alright, so
Okay.
there are some...
What are those things?
That's a good question, and you better find out fast, because as you're looking at them, now that they're all just kind of lying still, even the ones who were seemingly just knocked out seem to be starting to rot away, and it smells terrible.
Oof.
I motion for the doctor to hurry up and get over here.
I will do that.
Okay.
Instead of going tap tap tap, I go tap 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 tap.
So you have 3 legs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time to doctor.
Alright, so what do you want to do?
Well, I have my medical tricorder, right?
Yes, you do.
I medically tricorder. Very medically.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
That is going to be a reason and science check. Or medicine, actually. Go medicine for you if you want to.
Reason medicine. Oh my god, it's the thing that I'm good at. Do I get my focus?
Which one?
Xenobiology?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go.
If Lanford can help, maybe
I have a
that'll help.
12 and a 5.
Lanford can definitely help.
I
Go
can
for
still
it.
help, yeah.
Yeah,
Do
the
I help
extra dice. Right.
Alright, so unless you want to spend momentum, this is going to be 2 dice, and let's see what you get.
2 dice?
Mm-hmm. That's why they call it the 2d20 system.
Pachow.
I think
Alright.
we have a lot of momentum, so.
Lanford?
No, I'm terrible at this. I don't know what a squid is.
Shouldn't have even helped. Gave me a threat. Oh well. Lanford, while he's doing this, actually manages to slip on the squid juice and fall flat on his face. Doesn't take any stress, but it's very embarrassing.
You're gonna have to get that dry cleaned.
I just walk over and I offer him a hand.
I'll take a hand up.
All right, so these do not match any species that's in your tricorder databanks, but you could put it into the ship later, which will have better information. However, it looks like whatever their structure is, the oxygen that's in the ship's air is actually starting to slowly dissolve them now that they're no longer conscious. Because it seems like they had some kind of ability to block off their soft inner bits from the oxygen. And it looks like their carapace is actually made out of it incorporates a number of metals, including boridium.
Interesting.
Can we
Well, Captain-
teleport them to medical?
I mean,
They're
you
just
are
gonna
right
boop up my
next.
medical bay.
You are right next to a transporter pad. I suppose you could.
I'm trying to get them to somewhere where they won't die, so we can save their lives and also possibly interrogate them.
I mean, I'll call medbay and say we need an oxygen-free environment. A box about, and I give a rough estimation about the size of this creature. How fast can we get that set up?
That'll probably take an engineering team 10-15 minutes.
Captain, you think it's gonna last that long?
This is the captain. I need it faster than that.
Okay. Well, unless anyone wants to roll up a character to do that, it's probably not going to happen faster than that.
Well, we're still going to attempt it. I can't think of anything else to save them.
Okay.
Yeah, I ordered the security team to listen to whatever Dr. Tregan says to...
Assuming
try to
they
track
can't
everything.
survive the vacuum of space, because I mean, we could just put them outside and put them on a tractor beam.
Well, there could be a lot of problems with that, but Dr.
could try
Tregan, do you think they could survive the vacuum?
Do I think they could survive the vacuum of space?
Well, here's the
They
question.
they
How
have
did
to have
get in
come
here?
in somehow, right?
Right?
Yeah, they had to.
So
right.
I would
Let's
seem
try
reasonable
it.
to me.
Let's just try it. 'Cause they're
Savage
gonna die
Cobra for
anyway.
199 says, to the transporter buffer. Yeah, you could pull a Scotty.
Why don't we drag them to the observation bay, which already has a hole in the ship, and we can just use the hole in the ship to evacuate the oxygen in that chamber.
Okay.
It sounds good to me.
Why don't you
I'm
use
not
some,
an engineer, so...
use some fitness medicine to get them there safely?
Why don't we drag them to deck
Fitness.
3? Then it's a problem of a different security team.
Fitness. What did you say?
Medicine.
I
I'll-
have pretty good fitness. I don't have.
I
good
have pretty good medicine.
By our powers combined.
Not how it works.
I have
Alright,
1
then-
in medicine and 11 in fitness, so 12 total.
Why don't you lead it? Burn a ton of
I have-
momentum.
13 total. I have
Ooh.
8 fitness and 5 medicine.
Regan, why don't you lead it? Burn a bunch of momentum, and Croc, you assist.
I'll assist.
All right, this is going to be difficulty 3. How much momentum you
Am I
spending?
still getting my...
Spend as much as you can.
You're
am I
not
still
getting a
getting-
focus for xenobiology,
Okay.
no.
All
This
right.
is just, can you move them in a way that doesn't break them further?
Put them in a
we have-
jar.
We have 6 momentum, so you may as well spend at least 3 of that.
Yeah, we'll spend 3 momentum for that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You get 4
That'll
dice.
get me 4 dice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm helping, I'll help. I got a success.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, I'm a god.
Nice.
So, let's see, you got 2 more than was needed. You did manage to get them there. You can seal the door to the observation area, which is up here in case people back home want to see. And, yeah, you can evacuate it. And, you evacuate it relatively slowly. They do not seem to dissolve away. And, your readings do indicate that there are at least 2 life signs still there.
Yay! Does the security team mind moving and scooping up some of this juice and bringing
They
it to
have-
sickbay?
They absolutely mind, but that doesn't mean they won't do it.
I have.
Well, I'm asking
ordered them to-
politely.
Yeah, I've ordered them to follow your orders, so yes, they will.
I need this biohazardous goop in my med bay.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
And I need another security team posted at this door in case any of our guests awaken and try to break out.
Good idea. All right. Well, what are you going to do in sickbay there, Dr. Tregan?
I'm gonna start breaking what's left of these creatures down into their what they're made out of, whether they're carbon based, whether they've got like basically break them down to a molecular level and looking for like what is an organ? Do they have bones? Is their bones made of calcium? If they do,
How do they bone?
how do they bone?
Good bones.
Always the most important question. Can the aliens send nudes, please?
Yeah. Do they have like space for egg sacs? What do their eyes see? Did they?
Yeah,
see
maybe they
black and
have
white?
space for egg sacs that they can implant in your throat.
Maybe.
Just like
I don't know.
Vendorians.
How much
Can
of them
we
doesn't
either
turn into
Riker
goop?
or Tucker them?
Why does some parts of them turn into goop and other parts don't?
All right. So, while that is happening, let's see. Captain Hawk, you get a message over the ship's intercom indicating that there's now an incoming transmission from the planet.
I'll take it on the bridge, and I rush my way to the bridge.
All right. On the bridge, there is a very, very staticky and distorted image, but you can see someone in a blue Starfleet uniform, and it says, "Lexington, this is Dr. Haruhito. You hear me?"
You're coming in broken and barely readable. Can we boost the signal?
Yeah, let's try a control and engineering, which will be assisted by the ship's comms or was it con and engineering? Or is comms an option for the ship? I don't even remember.
We have communications. I
Yeah,
believe.
communication and engineering for the ship.
Is anyone else good at that? Because I'm definitely not.
14.
Because I have 12.
There you go. Then 14 wins it.
Okay, so
And the ship helped.
control engineering. I don't think I have anything that helps with that. Okay.
All right. Yeah,
Oh,
you
no,
definitely
I think
managed to
that's
do
enough.
it. So it comes in a little bit clearer. It says, "Oh, I do think it's clearing up a little bit, Captain. We just jury-rigged a repair to our subspace transmitter. It's great you're here. We tried to send out a distress signal. I don't think it made it through."
It did not. We're here because you failed to check in. I assume it has something to do with the squid-shaped aliens.
Yes, we've been under attack for days now.
We just dealt with a boarding party of our own. Care to fill me in?
All I know is that a few days ago, they came in through the atmosphere. I don't know what propulsion they're using, but then they started attacking the various mines around this the base. We fled into the industrial center and set it up as a shelter and temporary habitat.
Our medical scans indicated that they had boridium ore in their carapace. Perhaps they use it as a food source?
I guess that could make sense. Like animals from Earth eating bones to get extra calcium.
Yes. I'll have my medical team suss that one out.
Captain, do you mind if I ask? What were their trajectory? Like, how did they approach the planet and where from?
Down. They went down.
Coming from space. No ships detected?
No, but we also don't exactly have state-of-the-art sensors. We're just a tiny mining colony.
Right. Okay, so what is the status of the colonists? Have you sustained any injuries?
Oh, we've definitely sustained injuries. We have people who are... I'm not sure that they'll make it through the next few days.
We'll get our medical teams down to assist you, and also some security teams to help shore up your defenses.
Thank you. All right, we're going to cut real quick back to sickbay, where Dr. Tregan, why don't you give me a reason and medicine check, which can be assisted by the ship's computers and medicine. And this will be difficulty 4, because this is not easy.
Difficulty. So that's is that the challenge dice?
No, that's how
No.
difficult it is. That's how many successes
Complication
you need.
range. Right.
No,
No.
just how difficult.
Just how difficult.
What?
It just means you need
Just-
at least 4
Got it.
successes.
The ship
am I
did
getting
help.
Yes.
Tej, do we
Help
need to
me.
go over the game rule basics again?
Listen, I'm having a day, all right?
Okay.
My power went out. I'm having a bad time.
We have 6 momentum, so spend 3 of it.
Yes.
At least.
And do I get my focus for this?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm getting 4 dice with 3 momentum.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a challenge rating 4, and the ship already succeeded.
Yes. So you need
Okay.
to roll at least 3 successes on these, or 2 successes. Sorry, on these 4 dice.
2 successes. I think 4 dice I should be good for 2 successes.
Yep.
That's a good odds.
All right.
Let's
Yep.
go.
You did it. You gained a point of momentum back, unless you want to spend it on more information. So these creatures, in
See what
fact,
we get
are water carbon-based organisms. However, it seems like their cellular processes rely on various anaerobic strategies, and in fact, they seem to have evolved in the absence of oxygen, which might explain why oxygen is so dangerous for them. Because it turns out that they don't really have much protection against oxidation reactions.
Yeah, I'll take the point of momentum for the more info.
All right, what would you like to know?
The way they communicate with each other.
So there is an organ in their, what you're going to call the mantle, which is basically just all of the body that isn't like the mouth or the tentacles, that is able to emit photons in the radio range. And it seems like they also have bits of boridium that form a little mesh network that would receive, or would at least vibrate in response to receiving radio transmissions in similar frequencies to what their organ can emit.
Do I can just ask them later how they fuck. All right. If I know how to communicate with them, I can just ask. All right,
Well-
I will contact the bridge. Captain,
Go ahead, Dr. Tregan.
we might be able to communicate with these creatures. They speak on radio waves.
Like organically?
Organically.
That's extremely odd. Please give the frequencies to Dr. Lanford. Lanford.
Aye, sir.
I think we should also consider if the mining colony below is having issues, the information that we gather during combat might be useful for them.
We're compiling reports to send down to the surface along with medical teams, which I'll need you to put together.
Oh, good to know. All right. What's the status?
The status is dire. They have people who are on the verge of death.
Got it. Thank you, Captain.
And then in the background, I'm sure Dr. Tregan is going to be looking up the fisherman's wife for reference.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, maybe Google it on your work computer. Definitely on your work computer.
Listen, I've studied history. I know about hentai.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm curious if our sensors, with their high resolution, can detect any more of these creatures in the vacuum of space.
All right, let's get a difficulty 2. We're going to go control and science on this, assisted by the ship's sensors and science.
I think that's you, Lanford.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, control and science, that's going to be me.
Oh, the ship gave 2
Wow.
successes. Good job, ship.
Yay!
That's kind of amazing. All right. Yeah, no, there are in fact more, and they seem to be in various locations near the planet, in various orbits.
All right, but none are near, like, immediately near the ship.
No.
All right, we should keep our shields up to prevent further boarding actions.
Okay.
I'm readying weapons.
That
Captain.
will mean that you either have to drop them to transport, or you're going to have to go down in a shuttle.
We'll drop them to transport. I just want them to be up when we don't need them down. And let's hold off on the weapons, Croc. Perhaps we can come to a peaceful resolution.
Do you want to stand down from red to yellow alert, maybe?
Yeah, yellow alert. That thing.
Okay.
You know,
These,
Hawk would know that. He's good at protocols.
these creatures communicate via radio wave. Can I just have the ship do a short radio wave emission around it that would be strong enough to deter them?
I mean, you can certainly try. Do remember that you are trying to put a radio wave around a planetary scale. So, like...
No trespassing. Just
You know.
looping.
It has to be powerful.
We can try a radio wave communication of something rudimentary, like the Fibonacci sequence, like we did in episode XYZ.
I'm just thinking if we want them to not get on the ship, if we just have, a really strong radio wave going around the ship, it'd be kind of like if you walked up to something that just had some ridiculously high decibel sound, you wouldn't want to approach it. If we could just
I'm
have...
not suggesting war crimes, but
That could be an option for a non-lethal solution.
Well, a thing we could try is just listening in on conversations, quote unquote, to see if we can learn any language or anything. That could be a thing. I don't know.
Outstanding suggestion, Lieutenant.
intel.
Well, what do you want to
Lanford,
do?
make it happen.
Oh, we're going to do that then.
Yep.
All right. This will be a difficulty 1, let's see, control in science, assisted again by the ship's sensors in science. Okay. So, yes, that is a success. You are able to detect faint radio transmissions that seem to be localized at whatever life signs you can see in orbit. If you want to analyze them, however, it will be a reason and science check assisted by the ship's computers and science, and this will be difficulty 3.
We also have 2 of them on the ship.
We should burn some of that momentum.
Okay.
Yeah, let's spend 3 momentum.
Okay.
The ship helped.
Savage Cobra for 199 says, Lieutenant Lanford wants a get off my lawn field.
Exactly, I want to get off my lawn field. Get off my damn kids, get off my lawn!
All right, so yeah,
Just an air horn.
you managed to get it by 1, and let's see. So what you learn just from succeeding is that the transmissions do vary, but they also have an extremely low information entropy value.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would that be indicative of more like animal speech as opposed to like a fully developed language?
Is that a question that you're asking with an obtain information spend?
That is a question Captain Hawk is asking Lanford because I'm not a scientist.
And I will get that information with obtain information spend.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so language usually has a significantly higher entropy value, which basically just means that the transmissions you're seeing have a very low number of variations, and they tend to follow very strict patterns, as opposed to language, which tends to have very high variation and relatively low rates of a continued pattern that just keeps repeating itself. Which means
So we don't think they're
probably not language-based, but it is probably communication.
Captain, looks like pretty basic communication, probably not a full-on anything language. I would definitely say probably more on animal scale than sapient life scale.
That is unfortunate, but because we can't negotiate, but animals are perhaps more easily persuaded by other means. Croc, that doesn't mean phasers.
But it doesn't not mean phasers either.
They stand at ready.
Hey, that means we're out of war crime territory. Let's go. Let's blast some radio waves.
Right?
Yeah, now
We
it's
could
just a
basically
regular
just blow up
crime.
their heads.
Yeah, we're in regular crime. Come on.
The Space EPA might come after you, though.
We can
Space
use
PETA.
Yeah.
we can use high-powered sounds to deter either animals or teenagers, so not real humans.
Just start blasting some Christian rock over.
Oh.
That might be a war crime.
Yeah, especially if you play it all day long, don't let them sleep.
Alright, so what is the plan?
All right, well, first order of business is to get those security teams and the medical teams to the surface so we can prevent any further loss of life.
All right, so that will require, at this point, you have used 3 of your crew capacity because you've got security teams in the fight, and now you're sending down a security team and a medical team, so that's 3 total.
Okay.
What does that leave you with? 1,
2.
2? Okay. So remember, it also costs crew capacity to bring in supporting characters. You
We
are...
should probably have some engineer
We
down there.
still
if they're
want an
having trouble with
engineer,
Captain.
yes.
Probably,
Yeah.
Well, you can decide. You don't have to decide now, but you can all opt to bring in a engineering team or an actual character who you can roll up. It doesn't really matter much. All right. So, are you going to beam down?
Yeah, we should send an away team to lead this this effort.
All right. Who is going to be on the away team?
Definitely Tregan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lanford too. And Croc and Chanos. So basically everyone but the captain who is going to dutifully stay on the ship.
What is? Are you going
well,
to
once-
take control of a supporting character, or are you just not
Yes,
going to? Okay.
I'll make up an engineer since we'll probably need one of those two.
All right. So first, let's do that. What is the species of this engineer guy or gal? I don't actually know.
It'll be a. Let's see who we've gotten. We'll go. They've all been male so far. All the living ones. We'll go with a female.
Okay.
Gal.
A female of what species?
Let's see.
I could just choose one at random. I have it open.
Yeah, do that.
Let's see. A Zhien. Or Zahian.
What is that?
Xahean.
Is
I
that
have
in
no
the?
idea what that is.
Is that in the documents I sent?
Yep. It's under Vulcan.
It's a Vulcan.
No, it's below that.
You know, it's
Yeah, it's
Below
below Vulcan is what I was trying to indicate, yes.
Oh,
This is one
yeah.
of the ones.
Yep. Okay.
What are they?
They are. They look mostly human, but they have some faint ridges, and they often have tattoo-like markings on their face.
yeah.
What is the name of this? There should be some example names that you can use.
Example
We-
names, let's see.
Should totally use one of these subscribers.
Oh
Yeah, we
yeah,
could do that.
we could use a member. So let's take a look at who we have for members, and if absolutely necessary, we can slightly modify it to make it sound more alien-y. But let's take a look. Who do we have as members?
You can roll a dice.
I'm going to be rolling a dice.
Okay. They are only from Short Track Discovery and Picard, which is why I never heard of them.
We got 6 people who are members, which means I get to roll a d6. And it's just going to go from top to bottom. So DM Wing is 1, Robert Adsit is 2, and so on, which I don't know why I'm telling you because you can't see my screen. So, number 4, which is Fits of Rage. So, let's make something that sounds like Fits of Rage.
Fits.
Fits works?
Looking at their names, they have very, single, syllables, like a string of them, just a bunch of single syllables. So.
Well, then we will call this person Fitz. Probably, Lieutenant Fitz?
Yeah.
Alright. Lieutenant Fitz. Okay, let's see. We have... I'm in the wrong section. That's the thing I need. Okay, so... attribute scores, what's going to get a 10?
Control.
Okay. What's going to get a 9?
Daring.
What else is going to get a 9?
Reason.
Okay. And then we have a couple 8s to assign.
Probably insight and presence.
Okay. Disciplines. I'm assuming the 4 is going to be in engineering.
Yep.
Where's the 3 going?
Probably security,
Okay. Where are the 2s going? Two of them.
science, and I guess medicine.
Okay. 3 focuses. What do we got?
Trying to think of what would be useful in this particular thing. Ground-based defenses.
Okay.
Communications or radio, something.
Communications would be good.
I'll go with subspace comms. And 1 more.
They are like a super technologically gifted species, so I'm gonna say this one is a budding sci-fi author.
Okay. Sci-fi fiction. I don't even know what sci-fi would look like in the Starfleet or the Star Trek universe.
Maybe it's like a retro thing, like it's in the style of ancient sci-fi, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, like Alien style with the big, bulky screens and stuff. That would be interesting.
Everybody is flying around in steam-powered rocket ships and using money.
Exactly.
It's retro sci-fi. I like that. All right. So, we will beam you guys down. We're not going to bother making any checks for that because there's no particular, like, dramatic thing that's going to happen if you, like, screw up the check. You can just try it again. So, we will have the transporter. Oops.
I heard it momentarily.
Yeah, it was there for a second.
There's nothing bad that's gonna happen until
It
Flair's cut out.
just broke.
All right.
Immediate panic.
So, everyone, you start over by the landing pad industrial center entrance. The transporter pad is actually in there, but feel free to put your tokens in that area just so we can keep track of where different characters are. This is not a battle map. You will not be rolling initiative or firing phasers on this map. So,
I need
Probably.
control
Allegedly.
of Lieutenant Fitz.
oh, right. I forgot to do that. Sorry about that.
Eh.
Lieutenant
see him yet.
Fitz. Do. Okay, should be fixed.
Got it.
I like to
Giant
think that my
It's
team
the tall
is
boy.
well oiled and knows exactly what they're doing, so the medical staff is just immediately on track to be going and doing where they need to be going and doing.
Okay, you might want to scale that token down just
Yeah.
a little bit.
I don't have like size bars.
I think only the DM
Oh,
can
okay.
change size of tokens.
You'll never catch him.
evasive maneuvers.
That man's the size of a
Do a
ship.
barrel roll.
Okay, so, Dr. Haruhito is there to greet you. He says, well, I wish it were under better circumstances, but welcome to Coriolanus IV. I am, of
Hi.
course, Dr. Haruhito. Savage Cobra for $4.99 says, Lieutenant Fitz was the author of Captain Proton. Oh, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Please follow me into the main area of our shelter. And he,
Chanos is here, right?
yes.
All right, Chanos. I
Yes.
guess you're in charge of the team.
Yes, let's follow the good doctor and see who needs medical help and what else we can do.
Okay. So he leads you through into a big area that is full of melting furnaces, areas where ore can be cast into bars, all sorts of stuff like that. But all of that is shut down, and instead, every available bit of floor space has some kind of, whether it be a makeshift cot, a table with a few chairs for people to eat at, or something like that. This whole area has been turned into just like living quarters. He says, we've retreated to here because this area has the most secure doors. All of the habitation areas are less secure than this. And let's see. So if you want to triage the injured, it will be a control and medicine check. Up to 2 players may assist. And it would normally be difficulty 3, but I am going to allow it to be difficulty 2 because you brought along a med team.
Yeah, let's go.
So, what were the stats that needed to be rolled?
Control and medicine.
Oh, I am very bad at that, so maybe
13 for me, but I'm good
13
at
for me
control,
as
not so
well.
good at medicine.
Because mine is a total of 8, so
That's not very
Well,
good.
The doctor should probably read this.
Yep, that'll be also a 13 from me. So this will not have a focus, I don't
Try to help.
believe.
Okay. Do you want to spend any momentum?
Can I use a value?
What's the value?
I already have what I need to overcome any challenge.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you use that.
Nice. So I'm rolling a task roll. I'm still rolling a task roll 2, right?
Yep. But you also get an extra die that counts as already having rolled a 2.
All right, but I don't need to roll that die.
Right. But do make sure you mark off your determination.
Yes.
Yes, got it.
So, technically, since I as the XO are here, you could spend 3 momentum to get the determination back if you wanted to.
So I got a total of 2, 4, and then 1 assist for a total of 5.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
That is
3 points of
definitely
momentum. Which means, yeah, you could just spend those 3 points of momentum to get that determination back because the first officer is here.
Yeah, it's okay for now.
Okay. All right. Well, you have successfully patched up the dying and even some of the just regular old injured people here.
My med team knows what they're doing.
Yeah, no one here is likely to die in the next few days, at the very least. And certainly not without being further injured. In case anyone wants to see, by the way, I do have the map here. I will shift to let everyone see who's, hanging out at home. This is the map. There you go.
I'm
I
going
like
to observe and make any kind of changes or recommendations or necessary supplies that. So we would have bought in regular additional rations and supply fresh water, that kind of supplies.
Yeah, that's.
But I
want
want to do I want to do an overview of what everybody is working with and how much they have, and if there's any issues that I'm seeing with because all these people are stuck in a really close space. I'm worried about any kind of flu outbreak or something like that. So I want to make sure things are clean and handled the way they need to be, and anybody that needs an evac gets evacuated to this sick bay.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to update the captain. Things stabilized here for now, Captain.
All right. One of the people that you helped patch up was unconscious, but she starts to regain consciousness and starts to actually stand up, which the doctor probably doesn't super like.
Should probably stay not moving for now.
Yeah, maybe I should, but I'm at least Russell, the civilian mine foreman. Between me and Haruhito, we're the closest this place has to leaders.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a job to do.
Is it a job that can be taken over by somebody for now?
No?
Okay, so what exactly is it that you need to do? Because dying is usually not helpful for leaders.
I need to help make sure that all of the civilians are doing what they should do and staying under control and not making the situation worse.
Well, so far they seem to be fine, and we have a security team and a very, very efficient and very much not a racist captain for us right now.
Well, none of the civilians are green, so far I think we're going to be good.
So far, I think we're going to be fine. We've brought individuals with us who will be able to take control of that for now. If you really must, I can have the doctor come and speak to you, so any messages that need to be passed on from you to the populace can be easily done.
Look, I'm just going to involve myself in any meetings. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
That's fine. We'll just hold our meeting here.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So Dr. Haruhito comes over and says, "Oh, Russell, you're up." And she says, Yeah, I am.
And
Alright.
if he wants to stay that way, he needs to stay in bed.
So, Haruhito beckons over at least Chanos, and if anyone else wants to go over for this little talk. Alright, so
I'll be there.
our most immediate concern is that our surface phaser turrets are currently pretty much all out of commission. They've been being overused for all these days now. They were never supposed to, stop an attack from hordes of space monsters. They were here for, defense against a shuttle, or maybe, a Klingon bird of prey that wanted to, raid the area. And so, with all of these targets, and granted, every single hit seems to kill one of the little bastards, but when they just keep coming, they've overloaded one by one, and so now they're pretty much all dead, which means if there's another attack right now, it could be a problem.
We've brought here with us. Maybe they could.
Look at
Lieutenant
Fitz.
Fitz.
Is that something that we could repair, or do we need material from the ship, or what do you think?
I'll have to take a look at it, Commander, but I'm sure that if anybody can do it, a Zayn can do it. Zayn? Zayn? I don't know.
Whatever, I don't care.
This one's
Yes.
a lot more perky than our
Sounds-
usual one.
Sounds like something that we can help you with. Is there anything else you need immediately other than medical?
Did Chanos break up for anyone else?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, you might want to try that again.
I probably did. That is the phaser turrets is definitely something that we can work on. Is there anything else you need immediately?
I mean, if you have extra rations or anything, we've been on pretty strict rationing. We could probably use a good meal.
I think that
Isn't
is
that
something that we can organize. Yes,
Isn't that
Dr. Tregan,
what
can
Tony's
you
talks
take
about?
care of the humanitarian needs?
Of course.
All right. So,
Naturally, Commander.
let's see. Anyone who wants to go repair the phaser turrets, there's a few things. One is you will have to be in a spacesuit, because while the pressure is not terrible, it also is, the air is almost all carbon dioxide, and you can't breathe that.
Filtration.
Oh, you can breathe it just fine. It just doesn't, keep
Okay,
alive.
you can breathe it fine temporarily.
So Fritz is going to don her specially fitted suit because she has defensive spines, and so if she gets spooked, she needs to not pierce her own spacesuit. So
It is important.
That would be useful. Yes.
All right. Is anyone else going to go out and do any kind of assistance?
I'll go up and provide cover.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I go out and get off my lawn field out here?
Sure. We can work on that. All right. So this is going to be a new scene. We're going to reduce your momentum by 1. All right. First up, fixing the turrets requires several tasks, which will be conducted in series. This is a gated challenge. The first task is a difficulty 1 reason and engineering task to assess the damage.
would my ground defensive focus help with that?
Yes. If you wanted
All right,
to, yeah.
I'll spend you said, what was the difficulty? I'm sorry.
1.
All right. I'll go ahead and spend a momentum to get 3 dice.
Okay. All right. Well, that was a success. So, it turns out that a big part of this is that after all of these times, the targeting array needs to be recalibrated, and also some of the heat dissipation panels have some of their connections that have been overheated, shall we say, and could perhaps use refusing onto the hotter parts of the phaser emitters. So,
All right.
unfortunately, I am going to spend, let's see,
18 threat and kill you all.
4 threat. Thank you. I'm not going to kill everyone. Because one of the things you can see in the distance, in fact, is a couple of the insect squids descending through the air towards you. So, what that means now is if you fail, they will eventually get to you. And that might be a problem. Other people could try to ward them off with phasers. So, but the next check is a difficulty 2 control and security check to calibrate the targeting mechanism.
I've got 13 on
Cool.
that.
I've got 15 for that.
Sounds like you win.
Okay.
Oh, can I assist?
I'll try.
Yes, you may assist.
I chose not to.
Okay. Well, that is not a success. So, the insect squids start getting closer. One more failure, and they will be close enough to start actually being a threat.
All right.
Okay, how
Can
many
we
of them
attempt
are,
the same check again?
Yes.
How many of them are there?
There are
Should
2
we-
currently.
Spend momentum on that, or should we just try to reroll?
We should definitely
I-
spend momentum, but maybe our other people can scare them
Oh,
away somehow.
Yeah, I wanted to fly up to meet them,
Okay.
basically.
Okay.
That will...
Can
I
you
will...
fly in a spacesuit?
That's a good question.
I don't know 100%.
I'll tell you what. I'll say that you do have a spacesuit that's for you that has some ability for you to use your wings. They're nice and vacuum sealed. However, the low pressure is going to make it difficult. So, in order for you to get airborne, it'll be a difficulty 2 fitness, and you just pick a security. We'll say security for you.
Okay.
Most of the athletic stuff is security, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have athletics as a focus, so...
There you go. You get that.
That's good.
All right. Yeah, you can get aloft. It's not easy though. All right.
Get those things online, and then I fly off.
Okay. So let's see. Do you want to retake the check? Difficulty 2.
Yeah. I'd like to spend 1 momentum and reroll,
Okay.
and then
All right.
hope that we are.
Oh, hey, thanks for the threat. I do appreciate
What can I
that.
say?
Still
You're
good.
welcome.
All right, so you have successfully managed to get the targeting mechanisms recalibrated, and Brock, you are intercepted by the squid monsters, one of whom decides to try to attack you. Roll daring and security.
Daring and security. Here we go, I got 2.
All right, you can roll some damage against it.
Alright. Sounds great.
All right, you dealt a little bit of damage. All right, next up, it is going to be a daring and engineering check with the difficulty of 3 and a complication range of 3 to remove and replace the heat sinks which are damaged and sharp.
Okay, we have 2 momentum. Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to spend both of those and give you a threat so I can roll 4 dice.
Okay.
And using my ground defenses mechanism, or the mechanism, ground
Focus.
defenses focus.
Focus,
Yeah, words. I'll roll that, and if one of you could assist me, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I will try to assist you, though I'm not great at that.
All right, well, that's still 1 more than you needed, so you get 1 of those momentum back. And, Croc, I'm going to need you to take a control and fitness check. It's going to be difficulty 2.
Control and fitness?
Yep. Sorry, I meant control and security. My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That makes a little more sense.
We're
That's
probably going
what I
to
was
need a quick break soon so I can get another icy cold beverage to sharpen my mind. All right.
Fair enough, I got 1.
Well, I have good news and bad news. The phaser turrets come back online, and they immediately track the 2 descending squid. However, one of them shoots at the squid that Commander Croc was in combat with, misses, and instead hits him
Oh no!
I swear to God.
for
I
4
was
points of stress, which is okay because it doesn't mean you drop out of the air, which would have been really bad.
Did we set it to bird? It was supposed to be set to squid.
Yeah.
All right, I kick this thing as far away from me as possible and just fly back down.
Okay.
Is it possible for me to lower the yield or like the energy of these turrets to keep them from burning out again, since we don't need this much energy against a single squid?
Yeah, I can make that a difficulty 3 reason and engineering.
I was fully prepared to get shot at.
Difficulty 3. We have 1 momentum.
Yes.
All right, I will use that 1 momentum.
Okay.
Hey, good job.
There you go. All right. So, we are going to call that the end of that particular scene, and we are going to take a quick intermission now. So, you know, stick with us. We will be back in about 5-ish minutes, and I'm going to get myself a nice cold beverage.
I'm gonna get myself a nice hot beverage.
I guess I'll get a lukewarm one.
There you go.
Yeah.
My wife and I forgot to get apple cider, so I guess I'll go with the cold one again.
Okay. Well, see you in a few minutes, everybody. All right, we are back. Apparently, some of us couldn't manage to get back within 5 minutes, but we'll see how that goes. So first, I want to say thank you for sticking with me. I just want to really quick let you know, hey, if you are in fact interested, we do have the channel memberships, and there is one member-only video that is out right now, and it is the Star Trek Prelude, but with a black screen and edited to cut out breaks and like stream start soon stuff. And I will be going through all of the Tilakal Saga videos, which are basically the Star Trek TTRPG stuff, and they will all be getting black screen versions because that was requested a few times, because people want to be able to put them on as they drift off to sleep. So, I will be adding those. They will, in fact, be channel member only, so if you want access to them, you do have to pay at least 99 cents a month. So there you go. And that being said, I do actually think one more... It might be one more channel member, and we get another emoji, so let's find out. Let's see. I'm totally not just stalling for time to get Chesh here.
He may have died from hypothermia.
No, I can add another emoji now, which I will be doing later on tonight. But if we get 4 more members, I can add 2 more emojis. So yeah, feel free to join if you want to, or don't. That is fine. Oh, and look who finally showed up here. More than a minute late. Oh my goodness.
What? I can't make the water boil any faster.
I think you can, in fact.
not?
It's called adding more heat. Increase that thermal flux. This is Star Trek. We know how to do that kind of thing. Should have warmed it up with a hand phaser.
Cross-wiring your kettle to 400 volts.
Alright, so...
I was just gonna say, she wanted to not be the problem and then was the problem.
They tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
By the way, I am thinking that the next emoji is going to be the USS Kongzi, which is the Obena-class ship that is going to be the hero ship in the next campaign.
Nice.
So...
That sounds good.
Yeah. Alright, so now that you have successfully reactivated all of the phaser turrets, Dr. Haruhito comes on the radios you and says, seismic monitors are detecting constant low-level activity, which is unusual since Coriolanus IV is geologically dead. Normally all that happens here are rare quakes from the planet cooling that result in fault lines, but those last a fraction of a second. And as he says that, all around you, you see the regolith starting to shift in small little areas, and as something is coming up through the regolith, and it turns out there have been dormant insect squids in the surrounding plains this whole time, and they're popping up out of the ground.
Oh.
Great. Has anybody considered dropping some triples on them?
No. No, I don't think anyone
that's
has.
a good idea.
Fritz will say, I'm not in security, but my tactical estimate is that's not good.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
But
So
Okay.
decide
Well,
what you're
Commander?
gonna do. This is
Yeah,
this is a role playing section. Go for it.
Commander,
our
what
commander's
do we do?
frozen. Oh no!
Oh no! Janus has been frightened and has fallen down and is fainted as a result of fright.
Can we do anything for defense? Like, are the phaser turrets automated, or is there a security center or something like that?
So
or?
the phaser turrets are automated. They are really bad at shooting down, though.
We have the ultimate high ground in the ship. Can the ship aid us in our defenses here?
I mean, what
Commander?
do you have in mind?
Well, we have phasers.
Have you seen the StarCraft cutscene where the battlecruiser drops down over the battlefield and then blasts everything?
Yes, I'm sure all of the crew has played the classic 3-century-old original Star Trek. I mean, StarCraft.
You could have played StarCraft 29.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Basically the same podcast.
Look, it's like 2269. At best, it'll be Star Trek 4.
Commander, we do know that sound and radio waves seem to disrupt these creatures' communications. Perhaps we can use our communication and radio signals to sort of at least disorient them.
Maybe I can retune some of these turrets, or at least repurpose one of them to emit loud radio waves.
It's also possible that might be something more reasonable for our ship to do as well, because then it's not literally just cannonballing our location.
As you're debating,
legitimately what I came up here for.
As you're debating, some of the insect squids start climbing up this little hill that the mine is set in, which is actually like the cone of a dead volcano, in case anyone's wondering.
I flip open my communicator and tell the captain what's going on. Do you see this, Captain?
I'm going to need you to be more specific on this croc, but if you are talking about the large influx of alien squids, yes, we see this.
Alright, perhaps do the radio thing that Lieutenant Lanford was talking about.
Savage Cobra
Thank
for
you.
$4.99 says, I say we lift off and photon torpedo the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Game over, man. Game over.
Options. This is
Xeno
just
squids.
a mine, so like.
So Hawk will switch channels to Lanford, since that was his area of expertise. Lieutenant Lanford, do you have what you need in order to construct your, what did you call it, the Get Off My Lawn emitter?
Yes, the Get Off My Lawn emitter. Dapper Game Master, up here on the top of this dead volcano, is there any sort of communications array or something I can wire into an emitter?
The substation antenna does break the surface up here, and you could, from the industrial center, actually arrange to make it emit some radio transmissions. But that would be a down in the shelter sort of thing.
Can Lieutenant Fitz and Lanford make our way to do that?
Yeah, what would Croc and Chanos like to do?
I would like to escort our engineer in case something comes up the mountainside and tries to kill him.
Chanos, are you going to be standing up alone there, or are you going to also be going back into the industrial center?
No, I'll go back into the industrial center, and if push comes to shove, I will organize the security team to protect the gate.
I was just thinking we should have a security team defend the turrets so that the ground forces don't knock out our turrets.
All right. I will send the security team up. Well, I'll say that the security team is up there. All right, so now that you're back down there, as you're working on trying to figure out how to set up a Get Off My Lawn emitter, alarms start to blare, and Russell comes up and she says, "The squids, they're attacking the mine proper. We'll have to seal off all connections between the shelter and the mines. We don't have, like, internal security turrets or something."
And there's no personnel in the mine right now.
No, they've all been evacuated.
Good.
But, like, when I say seal off, I mean we need to collapse the tunnels. The doors aren't going to cut it.
Pump it full of oxygen.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have a whole lot of spare oxygen, but if you have a whole lot of spare oxygen yourself, I'm open to it. Do you?
Do we?
I mean, not that you know of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since our directive was to protect the miners and not the mine,
make it so.
Commander Chanos.
Do you have something set up to do that, or?
I mean, not set up, but we have lots of explosives. We're a mine.
Okay, then let's get to it.
All right, setting up these explosives is going to be a difficulty 3, control and security.
And I'll escort whoever's doing it. Just in
All
case
right, this is
something
going to
unexpected
be
happens.
complication range 5 because you are working with explosives to collapse entire mine tunnels.
I have a 12. I don't know if anybody's got better than that.
At control and security, I have a 15, but I
Alright.
can use any help I can get, I think.
Things
about-
are stabilized from where I am, so I can.
What
assist.
about Croc? I think he's the one who's most likely to have a better value than that.
Security. no.
Control, was it?
Control security?
Control security, yeah.
Control, I have 12.
Okay, well, looks like
My
Chanos
control
is it.
Not great.
Oh,
All right, Chanos.
He's already there, so you can. go
There
ahead
is
and roll the
0
dice.
momentum and 4 threat on the board. This is difficulty
how
3.
many? Difficulty 3, okay.
Complication 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have to take everything that we can get, kind of, though. Probably not 6 threat, but 3 at least.
Would the ship collapse it with a phaser strike or something like that?
It's possible, but you have to be very careful in your targeting, because remember, Constitution-class weapons are the kind of thing that can sterilize an M-class planet at full power, so, you know...
Alright, put that one in
Careful.
the back pocket.
If I was
Yeah.
in the ship, maybe.
Starfleet has a standing coded order that you can issue to sterilize an entire planet of life. It's just a
DM
thing
is
that
yelling at us
Starfleet
that we have
has.
phasers and we should use those instead.
The Exterminatus order?
Yeah, yeah. It actually comes up in TOS. TOS gives, like, Scotty, like, the command. He's like, Captain, are you sure? He's like, yes. If you don't hear from me, do it. And then that's what he uses to threaten the people on the planet. He's like, if you don't let us go, this entire planet is going to get, like, vaporized.
Let's roll security. I'll take 2 additional dice, so that would be 3 threat for you, if I
Okay.
count correctly. And then that's control and security. Okay. That's
I'll
DM
help you if
Magnets
I
Can't
can.
Evolve Wings says hashtag not a military organization.
I'll help you if I can. Can I assist?
Yeah, you can
That's
assist.
3, and you can assist,
Yep.
so that's
That's a
4.
success. And you didn't get any complications? Yes, you did.
Crazy.
Yes, you did. That 19. You forgot to change the complication
No,
range.
I missed it. It's a 19. It's a complication.
All right, so I have good news and I have bad news.
Of course you have.
So the bad news is that you succeed at setting everything up, but also the tunnels are all going to collapse. But also, Chanos and Croc, who is assisting, are both going to have to get blasted by this explosion and take 7 points of stress each as they get blasted away from the final door.
You looked at the explosion.
That sounds painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look at the explosion unless you're using it to light a cigar.
Can I avoid the injury?
Yes. Do you have a point of determination left?
Yes.
All right.
That's not how it works, right?
Maybe it's not. Let me double check.
I don't know.
I think it's 2 or 3 momentum. You can use the
Oh.
determination to act even if you are injured.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right.
but only if you can invoke your.
I'll use the momentum and give myself some
Okay.
threats. There you
I
go.
want to at least be able to move.
I'll go down.
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
we
Doctor.
have a medical doctor who is very competent and will save me.
Yep.
Don't
Yeah,
fuck up.
I go over the communicator. Doctor, the explosion went off early. We need help.
All right. We are also going to cut to Lanford. Lanford is trying to set up the "Get Off My Lawn" emitter. This is going to be a difficulty 2. We're going to go reason and science or engineering, whichever one you would prefer, which I'm going to assume is science, but it might give Fitz an opportunity to assist.
Yeah. I have
Reason and
13.
science, I have a 17.
All right.
If I go reason and engineering, I drop to a 14.
When you're assisting, can you still use your focus?
Yes.
All right. Would my subspace comms focus apply?
Unfortunately, no, because this is specifically setting up light speed radio,
Okay.
and not subspace.
All right.
So would either my computers or quantum mechanics focus work?
I'll let quantum mechanics count. Photons are, of course, quantum particles.
I'm assuming we're going back to red
I will
alert.
give you a threat for an extra die.
Okay.
Just don't look at how much threat he has. Just don't look at it.
Yeah, it's only 10. All right. So yeah, that is going to. So you are able to set up a bunch of noisy radio chatter, which will presumably disrupt the insect squids.
I can only imagine I get this set up, turn it on, flip up my columns to tell everybody I've got the deterrent up about the time I hear the mines collapse.
Yeah, basically. All right, Dr. Tregan, would you like to try to treat Commander Chanos?
I would like to assess his damage. Where is he at?
He is at one of the entrances to the mine tunnels. He's been blown off his feet. He's got a pretty big contusion on the back of his head, and he's got abrasions across most of the front of his body.
Okay, so he's unconscious and not stable, or unconscious and stable?
He is stable right now, but not in a fun way.
Great, alright, that's fine. And our security officer's also looking pretty rough?
Yes, but he is up and moving around.
Yeah, I'm still.
Alright. You get checked out by medical team. You I'm gonna deal with right now.
And he can't hear you.
That's fine.
I salute her before I walk away.
I don't think Starfleet does salutes. Never
Maybe bird culture has a salute. And he just uses
Oh,
it.
there you go. Like the Vulcan salute, but for birds.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, that.
I would have brought a couple of medical... I probably brought a couple of medical staff with me, I assume.
Sure.
It wouldn't have just been me running down the hallway. So
Yeah,
I probably had
no,
at least
it's fine.
one other guy with me. So one of them can check him. I'll take care of this. Um,
Give me a control and medicine,
resource for-
difficulty 2, to get Tiri back on his feet.
I don't think I have a focus for this. I don't think he counts as xenobiology, right?
No,
Worst
not really.
Doctor ever.
Well, I have historical medicine, but... And infectious disease.
I'm
but
old, but not that old.
I'm pretty sure infectious diseases of looking at explosions doesn't count.
No, I
He
don't
was
think it
infected
was
by
an
the
infectious
explosion.
explosion. I also don't think
Yeah,
it was
you-
a non-lethal
All
explosion.
right, if Dr. Tregan is the worst doctor, I'll just say this. At least she's not using, like, alien bat guano to treat Chanos' wounds, unlike some Starfleet doctors that we know of.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't wear
2 ones.
gloves, the explosion
Alright.
will
2
spread
successes.
to you.
You are able to successfully use your dermal regenerator and your other various medkit tools to get Tiri back on his feet. So congratulations,
Commander.
Tiri.
Thanks,
I wasn't
Doctor.
able to save your eyebrows for now. You'll have to get those checked out on the back on the ship.
They regrow. Just like his antennae, they also regrow.
They'll be back soon,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Should do that as your next injury. It's like, oh no, your antenna is gone. One of your antennae is gone.
Be sure
Yeah,
to
I
let
actually
me
root
know
for that,
when they've
yeah.
fully grown back in. I'd love that for my medical journals.
Ah. All right, let's see.
For science.
Naturally.
All right,
Are the
Yeah.
civilians safe at least?
I am going to spend 10 threat, and that
A
will.
lot of threat.
It is a lot of threat, and that ends the scene because now that the tunnels have been sealed off, one of the security team radios in to Captain Jordan and said, well, to Captain Hawk, sorry, I was looking at your real name, and says, Captain, I think we have a problem
Oh,
down
good.
here. There's a big one. and he also is also contacted Chanos with this. There's a really, really big one coming down to the surface.
Okay.
Surrounded, it looks like it's at least 8 or 9 times bigger than any of the other small ones that we've been facing. Which I only say small relatively, because, they're like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Maybe this one knows how to talk.
Then the Lexington intercept. Other than that, we should probably get the turret defense online too.
The turrets are firing at it, but there's a swarm of the smaller ones around it, and they just keep intervening between phaser turret fire and the big one. I think they're intentionally sacrificing themselves.
That's not good.
Can we determine if the larger one is controlling the smaller ones or directing them in some way?
Who's talking right now?
Captain Hawk.
Okay. Who are you talking to?
Whatever science loser I have running them with the sensor.
Whatever science loser. Hey, Egghead!
Nerd!
Get over here! You can scan. I don't know.
Can we set the phaser turrets to area effect?
No.
Damn.
Can I shoot this one from orbit?
Maybe. But we're going to focus back in on what's going down on the planet. So, as it's happening, the security team radios in again to Chanos and Croc and says, the defenses aren't working very well. And then Haruhito runs up and he says, I have a plan.
Okay, what do you need?
Landside defenses aren't working, but maybe, since the Lexington's phasers are probably a little bit powerful for planetside use, what if you could lock on to the big one with your tractor beam and just physically drag it upwards while the shields are on, and then maybe you could shoot it.
That might actually work.
Not the worst idea I've heard today.
Captain? Dr. Hirohito had an interesting idea. If it's too complicated to shoot the big bug from orbit, maybe we could use, or the Lexington could use the tractor beam to pull it further away from the planet.
Bring it to us. Excellent suggestion, Doctor.
Alright. Look, I can operate at least some of the phaser turrets manually to more carefully target that big one, just in case this plan doesn't work. But we need to start evacuating, whether or not it does. Is there any way the Lexington can start beaming my people out of here while we do this?
We'd have to lower shields to do it.
Yep.
But I think that's a risk we're going to have to take.
Okay. Alright. I'll start manning the phaser turrets. Beam me out last.
Godspeed, Doctor.
Alright. So he runs towards the exit that leads up to the phaser turrets.
Commander, we have team with us. It might be a good idea to not send the doctor by himself.
That's what I was thinking. So, will you take care of the evacuation, and I'll take care of the doctor. And then I'll call a couple of the security guys and follow the doctor.
Okay. So, as you do that, Dr. Tregan is organizing people onto the transporter pad for beam out. And Commander Chanos is up there with Dr. Haruhito and the security team, who are all manning manual panels on the phaser turrets to try to get better shots off. However, who is going to beam up, if anyone? Because this will also require, the ship to use things like tractor beams and con and things like that.
Croc and Lanford should probably come back.
Yeah.
So that Hawk doesn't have to do every panel by himself.
All right. So Croc and
I'm
Lanford.
good at weapons, so yeah,
Right.
I'll do that.
Croc and Lanford beam back up to the ship.
Should we take our engineer with us?
But the engineer will then fade into obscurity as they're no longer needed for the episode.
Yeah, and we'll just be part of one of the evacuation groups.
Okay, fair
Right.
enough.
Okay. So, DM Wing is wondering if maybe this is a double Vendorian morality test. It may be. Maybe. At some point, if I don't do a Vendorian morality test episode, I feel like DM Wing is going to be very angry.
Probably.
Just, hey, pass the morality test, otherwise you'll get Vendorian eggs laid in your throat.
Is that how it works?
That's
Kinky.
how it works. They lay egg sacs in your throat, and then the babies hatch and rip through your throat.
Very kinky.
Pleasant.
Is there not like a moral implication to that? I feel like maybe they aren't equipped to be judges.
Yeah, that is why if you fail, then you're a bad person.
Right. That's why they do the test. Because they only
it's
want to
not-
use bad people as their incubation hosts.
Yeah, it's fine if it's bad people.
Right.
It's cool.
According
you
to
looked at
them,
the
who
American
are
justice
obviously
system?
judge, jury, and executioner in this case.
Well, technically, the babies are the executioner, and they are not capable of moral decisions. So
That's true. All right. So, let's see. Bringing Lexington into this atmosphere is going to be a difficulty 2 daring and con task, which is assisted by the ship's engines and con.
Got 14 on that. With-
engines and con.
My helm operations.
Chanos,
focus
you
applies.
are on the planet still. You can't help.
He's
Yeah,
using
but I
the, he's
can
using the
do
ship.
the ship
Oh, yeah, okay.
or not.
And you said it was difficulty 2?
Yes.
Take a threat so I can have another die.
Okay.
That looks good.
All right, well, that's, what is that, 5 successes? So that's 3 momentum that you generated. So the Lexington starts going through the atmosphere. It at first is getting shock heating from its rapid descent to try to get to a low enough elevation in time. But as the plasma clears on the view screen, you can see the massive insect squid that is surrounded by a swarm of smaller ones. All right. If you want to lock on with the tractor beam, it is going to be a difficulty 2 control and security task, assisted by the ship's sensors and security.
I have an 11 on that. Croc?
I have, let's see, 12 total.
There you go.
I'm willing to do it.
Spend that momentum.
How much
Yeah,
momentum you
I'll
want to spend? 3?
I'll spend 3,
Okay.
because it seems important to grab this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't...
Aw, look who gave me another point of threat.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because you did do it, though. Alright, so you have locked on. At this point, some of the insect squids that have come up out of the ground are starting to swarm up onto the top and engage your security people. It might be time to start beaming some of them out. Also, you have used 2 ship power.
Good thing we just buffed it up to 14.
Yeah, it is.
Hey.
All right. Now, here's a real thing. Lifting the ship and the big one up from the atmosphere is going to be a difficulty 3 control and con task, assisted by the ship's engines and security.
Okay. Helm operations focus applies again.
Yes.
All right. You said difficulty 3?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to give you 3 threat to roll 4 dice. Whew, good job, ship.
Yeah, the ship did help, but that control and con is oh no, it is just enough, isn't it? Because I forgot you got
3.
it too. Yep, it is 3.
Yeah.
All right, so as you leave up, as you pull up out from there, all of the insect squid start to notice and start following you. However, as you beam out some of the last of the survivors, you get a transmission from Haruhito. It says, "Captain, I think it's working. but then the transmission cuts out, and his life signs on your sensors blink out. However, a swarm of insect squid do seem to have surrounded the phaser turrets.
I'm going to contact Commander Chanos, who's down there, and ask for a status report.
Oh no, he's been in one of those last beam-up parties.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, everyone's back on board except for Dr. Haruhito, who, might never be coming on board.
Can't say.
Well, we might need to beam him on board, even if it's just pieces.
You can still try.
Yeah, so while we're doing this, Lanford, can you lock on to his last known location with an intense sensor sweep and see if we can find him or what's left of him?
Aye, sir.
I'm gonna have medbay prepped for any emergency stuff going on, since this is pretty intense.
Is that going to be control science?
Yeah, control science is fine. Difficulty 2. Can't lock onto him.
Can the ship assist?
Yeah, the ship can assist with, sensors and, science.
Alright, come on, ship.
Yay!
Nope.
Only the first
Only the first die counts. Because for some reason the ship won't only roll one die, which is weird, because it's the only thing it should do, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am spending 3 threat because the mine's fusion generator is starting to overload now that no one is around to keep track of it, and it's being damaged by a bunch of nonsense squids. Which, probably not great.
Have, other than the doctor, who is presumed dead, everyone else is on board?
Yes.
Alright, Khan, get us out of here. Croc, get ready to shoot.
Alright. Let's take a difficulty 2 control security assisted by the ship's weapons and security.
To shoot?
Yes.
Alright.
Go, magic ship. Hey!
Nice.
How much momentum we got? Any?
None.
Okay.
We have an infinite amount. It just costs threat.
Okay, there is that,
I
yeah.
just wanted to know how many points we had. I will give 1 threat.
Okay. Alright, that is a success, gaining you a momentum. And the creature just sort of melts under your phaser beam, which causes the rest of the block that was surrounding it to just start acting chaotically and start diving down towards the planet. And as the Hellman immediately turns the ship around and starts using full impulse to get away from the planet, there's a bright flash of light behind the planet as the fusion generator explodes. However,
We're not damaged because we weren't looking at it.
yes, and you're cool, so you didn't look at the explosion.
True.
Because you can't be cool if you look at explosions. That's the rule.
I have a question.
Yes?
In the 2 creatures that we have, what is going on with them in the...
Oh yeah, they died.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
fair enough. I just wanted to know.
Alright. Let's see. Elise Russell steps onto the bridge and says, Captain, did you get everyone on board?
All but one.
Who didn't you get?
The good doctor paid the ultimate price and has exhibited the highest qualities of an officer of Starfleet.
I see. Well,
Their name for the memorial.
yeah, I guess. Thank you for your help. I guess.
Happy to serve.
I suppose I should probably contact his family. We work together closely. I can do it.
I can give you the use of my ready room, so you'll have privacy.
Thank you. Well, guess you should probably drop us off at a starbase somewhere.
I believe Starbase 23 is the closest one.
Well, thank goodness. At least it's not 80. All right. Well, thanks again. I'm going to go write a letter.
I'm going to compose a report to Starfleet about the tragic loss of one mining colony.
All right. Well, we are close to wrapping up, so if anyone has any stuff they want to say in closing, go for it, and then we will finish out the in-game portion and wrap things up over here.
Did I figure out how they fuck? Damn it.
This entire mission was a waste!
Oh, God.
You did find some very compelling 21st century Japanese art.
Wonderful. I'll make sure to add it to my reports.
Okay.
And say whoever's gonna go and investigate this planet needs to look out for these things.
Okay. Yeah. Very important.
Yes.
Here is all my data and some porn.
More tentacles.
Volfix, half fox, half Pokemon says, Khajiit has momentum if you have threats.
We need more skooma.
Alright. Well, I'm going to assume that means that no one has any particularly important last-minute RP stuff. So that was Fury of the Hive, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun with it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. Alright,
Nice.
well, the ideal is next week we will be back for episode 10, which is going to be, what is it called? I have it somewhere. Hold on a second. No Good Deed is what we are going to be doing for
Uh-oh.
next one.
If there ever was a morality test.
Yeah, so I already have our good captain with the captain's log for that, so hopefully we can get the teaser trailer out relatively soon. And yeah, if you're enjoying this, please make sure you subscribe. And hey, if you really, really feel like you like this, memberships only start at $0.99, so 99 cents, and you can get access to all the cool emojis, as well as what is going to end up being a playlist of this campaign and the previous and the next campaign with a black screen, in case you're one of those people who likes to fall asleep to YouTube and don't want to pay for YouTube Premium. So, there you go. Bye, everybody!
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, before you leave, I just want to take a second to thank my patrons and channel members, especially those